Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lauren. Thank you so much for joining this yoga class. This flow is going to be a full body sunrise yoga flow, specifically opening the heart, getting the body warm and strong. So when you're ready, step onto your yoga mat and we'll get started. Begin just shaking everything out. We'll meet standing at the top of our mat. Check in with that posture, really stand up tall. Release any tension before we get started. Just start from a nice relaxed pose. Roll the shoulders back, close down the eyes, and check in with your breath. Starting with deep inhales through the nose, allowing it to fill up the full body, and then exhale back out through the nose. Allow the belly to collapse. Inhale to sweep your arms down to come up, bending your knees, reaching your arms overhead, and exhale for a forward fold, generously bending into the knees as we open up and warm up the body. Allow the head to hang long and then gently roll up vertebrae by vertebrae back to standing. Stand tall before exhaling, tucking the chin and rolling back down vertebrae by vertebrae. Your arms are heavy and long. As you fall down, give them out a nice shake. Just always checking in with your body as we start the class that you're not holding any tension. And repeat, roll back up. Once you get to standing, once again we'll repeat one more full body roll. Tuck the chin to the chest and roll down. Bend the knees on a nice big exhale. Roll back up to standing for the last time. Inhale to sweep the arms down to come up, overhead, reaching, bringing the palms together in prayer, lifting out of the hips for a slight back bend, and then exhale, dive forward. Plant the hands, step the right foot back, drop the back knee, and then step the left foot back to meet it. Both knees on the mat, tuck your elbows close to your body as you lower your chest to the mat. Generously bending into the elbows, lifting up for a soft baby cobra, shaking out the neck. Chest comes to the mat, tuck in the toes, push back to your heels, and then send the hips high for a downward dog. Inhale, right leg swings to the ceiling, bring the knee into the chest, and step the right foot up, dropping the back knee, taking a moment in low lunge before stepping the left foot up to meet it from forward fold. Sweep yourself back up to standing. Arms come overhead and hands join together in prayer in front of the chest for just a moment. Sweep the arms back up overhead. Exhale for a back bend and inhale, forward fold. Plant the palms, step the right foot back, drop the back knee, and then release the left knee back to meet it. Exhale, lower slowly with control to the mat, and inhale for a baby cobra. Exhale, tuck the toes, push the hips back to the heels, and meet back in our downward dog. This time, release the left leg up for a three-legged dog, bend the knee into the chest, and step the foot up in between the hands. Drop the back knee, gaze forward, and then step the right foot up to meet from forward fold, sweeping yourself up to standing, reaching the arms up to the sky, and then joining them together in front of the heart center. Inhale, dive the arms down to come up, reaching out of the hips for a back bend, opening the chest to the ceiling, and exhale, forward fold. Adding on ever so slightly from our sun salutations, step the left foot back and the right foot meeting in plank, keeping the knees off. It's an option, or if you want to drop the knees. From here, we'll move through our chaturanga, lift up into upward dog, and then exhale for a nice downward facing dog. Pedal through the heels, sway your hips side to side, and release anything out here as we're just warming up the body nice and gently. Grounding your weight into your right hand, release your left hand and reach it to hook onto the outside of your right ankle or calf for a spinal twist, aiming for your gaze to look underneath your right underarm. Exhale to release the left hand, plank to back, come through downward dog, and swap over to the other side, releasing your right arm to hook onto the left leg. Keep a bend into your knees if this is easier. And then once again, release the right arm, come through downward dog. Inhale to kick the right leg up to that three-legged dog. Take some circles with the ankle while the leg is in the air. 3 circles in one direction and 3 in the other. Eventually pointing through the foot, bending the knee, sweeping it up into the chest and stepping the foot up in between the hands. With a strong gaze forward, inhale as you pivot the back heel down to the mat. Sweep your arms up and overhead, engaging your core to bring yourself up to that warrior one position. Exhale, deepen your lunge into that front knee. And inhale, open your arms out to the side, readjust yourself for a nice strong warrior two. From warrior two, allow your front elbow to meet your front thigh and then reach the back arm up and overhead for a side body stretch. Option to slightly add on from this to extend the bottom arm so your right fingertips come down to the mat as you continue to splay your left arm up to the ceiling. Opening through the heart center, and then inhale, come back up through warrior two, strong core, before exhaling, windmilling the arms back down to the mat, releasing the right leg back, coming through your plank and moving through your chaturanga, or take a vinyasa, knees, chest and chin to the mat. We'll meet back in our downward dog. Once you're in downward dog, take a slight peek to the top of your mat and then take baby steps up where we'll meet in a forward fold position. Take a deep inhale and send the breath to the lower back. Hook the elbows and swing side to side. Shaking the head yes and no, releasing any tension from the jaw. And on your next exhale, release your elbows. Come up halfway. Allow your fingertips to meet your shins. And release. Gently bend into the knees, plant the palms, step the right foot back, come through runner's lunge before releasing the left foot back, taking a moment in plank. Really engage the core. And then send the hips high for a downward facing dog. Ground into the left leg, swing the right leg high to the ceiling, three-legged dog, point through the toes. And as you inhale, bend into that knee, sweep it all the way up into the chest, engaging the core. And stepping the foot up to the top of the mat. Drop the back heel down to find the mat and reach your arms forward to come up and overhead. Find that warrior one, and as you exhale, find warrior two once again. Inhale to drop your elbow down to meet your knee, continuing the same variation as before. And if you carried on from before, adding on, you can extend your fingertips down to the mat once again, reaching your left fingertips up to the sky. From here, lift your elbow back up to sit on top of the thigh, drop your left hand down to the mat, pivot on the back heel, and then extend your right arm up to the ceiling for an easy spinal twist. Through a gentle exhale, allow your hand to come back down to the mat. Step your back foot up to the top of the mat, meeting in a forward fold and sweeping your arms down to come up, bringing yourself to standing. Arms reach overhead and then gently drop them down by your side as you generously bend into the knees. Allow yourself to release any tension. Just swing your arms side to side, creating a gentle sway in the upper body. Allow your next inhale to bring you back to that neutral spine. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale to drop your arms down to come up, hands come together. And as you reach out of the hips, open the chest, reach for a back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Lifting halfway, fingertips come to the shins. Plant the palms on the mat, hop it back to your plank and move through your vinyasa through chaturanga, or knees, chest and chin to the mat. And we'll eventually come back to our downward facing dog. Ground into the right foot, lift the left leg high to the ceiling, point through the toes, and then release the ankle. Take some circles both ways, creating some nice mobility. And then eventually re-point through the toes, bend the knee, swing it all the way up into the chest, and exhale as you step the foot up in between the hands. Pivot that back heel down to the mat, and then engage your core to sweep your arms up and overhead, finding your warrior one. Slightly lower into that front leg, a bit more. As you reach your arms out either side of the body, find your warrior two. Exhale to drop your elbow down to the front thigh and swing the right arm up and overhead, open through the side body. If you continue to the further variation on the other side, go ahead and extend your left fingertips down to the mat, reach your right arm up to the ceiling. And then once again back through our warrior 2 before inhaling and windmilling the arms down to the mat, framing the front foot, pivot on the back foot, and then stepping the left leg back to meet the right, moving through your plank and raising your hips to the sky. We'll find our downward dog. As you reach high up onto your tippy toes, allow your body to ripple forward through plank and continue back through downward dog. Going straight into the same side, left leg swings up to the ceiling, bending the knee into the chest and stepping it up in between the hands. Pivot the back heel down, come up to your warrior 1, exhale fluidly through to your warrior 2, and inhale as elbow comes to the thigh, reaching the right arm up and over. Extend left fingertips down to the mat. And then nice big inhale as we rotate to the other side. Plant your right fingertips down and peel your left fingertips up as you go through a nice fluid spinal twist. Taking a nice soft easy pose with each inhale, so you can twist slightly further before dropping our hands back down to the mat, releasing the front foot back from plank, exhaling and sending the knees as wide as the yoga mat, dropping your hips back to your heels for a moment in child's pose. Sending each inhale to the space in your lower back and allowing yourself to relax down for a moment. Inhale and slowly bring your focus back to the room as you lift yourself off and find a nice tabletop position, shoulders over wrists and your hips over your knees. As you gather a nice inhale, drop your belly to the mat, look up to the sky, and exhale, curve your spine, tuck your chin to your chest. Move through a couple of cat-cows here in your own time and space. Gently bringing yourself back to neutral, and then just listening to the body here, whatever it needs, just taking some circles, leaning yourself over to the right, circling around to the left and back, rippling through the spine if that feels nice. And the next time you come back through a neutral spine, just gently sit your hips all the way back onto your heels, bring your heels together and sit up tall. Exhale to extend your arms out in front of you. Take some nice circles with the wrists in both directions. And shake the arms out, bring them back down by your side. Just taking a moment here to regain focus with your breath. Inhale, sweep your arms down to come up and overhead. Open the chest to the ceiling, interlace your fingers and push your arms away from you, feeling a really nice stretch through the shoulders and the upper body. Release your arms down by your side and then slowly walk your hands out back to the top of your mat, coming through tabletop position before tucking your toes, sending your hips back to your heels, and we'll meet back in our downward dog. On your next inhale, kick your right leg up to the ceiling, point through the toes and then bend the knee, keeping it in the air. Allow it to hover and then just take some circles with the knee, bringing it down, out and around, really opening into the hip. After taking 3 circles, extend your knee back up into the air, and then from here we're going to find wild thing. So gently rotate your right foot down to the mat behind you, lift and extend your right arm and really push your chest up to the ceiling, stretching through the back. And then gently as you exhale, we're going to rotate, pivot our body back towards the mat, stepping hand and foot down, finding plank. Exhale, dropping the knees, chest and chin to the mat, lifting up for a baby cobra, tucking the toes and pushing your hips back to your heels. We'll come back to downward dog to go straight into the other side. Inhale to stretch the left leg all the way to the ceiling, 3-legged dog, and keeping it in the air, just bending the knee. Inhale to continue with the circles as you did on the other side. And last time as you extend the leg back into the air, keeping the knee bent, And then with control, rotating upwards, stepping the left foot down and extending the left arm up and out, opening the chest to the sky. Reaching a tiny bit further away before rotating your body back down to the mat, finding plank. And then exhaling, lowering your knees. Sit your hips back to your heels and take a moment in your child's pose. As we stay a while in child's pose, just really deepen each breath that you have. On your next exhale, come back into tabletop position, tuck your toes, find plank before walking your feet just halfway up the mat and stepping your hands back to meet your feet. You'll find yourself in a forward fold. And then we're going to gently exhale once more and roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Come into a standing position in the middle of our mat. Taking in your surroundings if you are practicing outside. Open your palms outwards. And just soften down your thoughts. Taking a nice moment for yourself in mountain pose, stand strong, and then come back to the center, focus, bend your knees, sweep your arms down to come up, splay your hands open above your head, and then exhale, forward fold. Plant your palms, inhale, bring your fingertips to your shins, halfway lift, and then as you release back down, walk your hands to the top of your mat, step your feet back, once more coming through plank, and inhale as you lift your right leg off, pull the knee in to touch the opposite elbow, exhale to bring it over to tap the right elbow, and inhale to press it back. Once again, repeat, lift the right leg, pull it through to tap the opposite elbow, exhale, right elbow tap, and then this time bring it back to the other side. You're going to extend your right leg through on your left side, and then keep your glutes lifted, extend your left hand up and over, opening your chest and lifting it up to the sky, really grounding down through that right hand. And then gently bring your left arm back down by your side, gently drop your glutes, sweep your right arm up through the center and over to lift your glutes off once again on the other side. So plant your left hand in to the mat and lift. Exhale as you lower your glutes back down, sweep your body around one more time. Use the momentum of sweeping your body down to come up. And then gently allow both hands to find the mat, however is most comfortable. Bring yourself into that plank pose, stepping the right foot back. I'm going to repeat on the other side. Inhale to lift the left leg, pull it in and tap the right elbow, so the opposite elbow, tap left and step it back. Inhale as you lift, exhale as you pull the knee to tap opposite elbow, tap left, and then bring it back through so it shoots under your right arm. Extend the left leg and reach your right arm up and back, opening your chest to the sky. Exhale to drop the glutes as you bring your arms around, sweep them in front of you, and use that momentum to lift yourself up on the other side, planting right hand into the ground. And this time on a gentle exhale as you lower your glutes gently to the mat. Swing your legs around, scoot yourself back to the back of your mat so your legs are extended long in front of you. Straighten up tall through your spine and give yourself out a nice shake. Reach your arms down to come up and overhead before allowing your upper body to fold over the legs. Melt the forehead down and slowly peel the upper body back up. Bend your right knee, bring your foot in to touch the inside of your left thigh and open out slightly so you're facing over your knee. Stretch your arms up and overhead and exhale for a side body stretch over the left leg, making sure both glutes are planted on the ground still and really open into the ribs. Inhale to lift yourself back up, scoot yourself back to face the top of your mat so your hips are in line, reach your arms up to the sky and then fold over the left leg once again, really feeling a different type of stretch into that hamstring. Flex into the foot and relax the upper body. Come back up to seated and just swap over the legs, give them a nice shake, extend the right leg back out, and then swap it over, bend into the left knee, flex the foot and place it on the inside of the right thigh, scoot your hips to face the long edge of your mat and lean over the right leg for a side body stretch. Extending your left arm up and over, keeping space in both sides, careful not to collapse down. Exhale to come back up, scoot your hips around to face the front of your mat, and then reach out of the hips, really extend your upper body long before exhaling and relaxing down over the right leg. Really feel that breath into that hamstring, stretching through the back before peeling back up, extending both legs out in front of you, slight little shake before scooching yourself halfway down your mat, keeping about a quarter bend into your knees, and we'll just move through a small ab series. Inhale to extend your arms out in front of you, scoop your navel in, creating a C shape, and then lower halfway down to your mat. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lower, using your core, scoop in your abs, and exhale as you lift. Repeat 2 more times. Keep your feet nice and planted on the mat. And this time, as you lower halfway, we're just going to hold in some pulses, pulsing down and down and down. Keep going, using your breath. Taking in the sunrise if you are doing this as a sunrise flow. And then inhale to lift up, stretch your arms up and overhead. And exhale to release. From this position, just swing your knees back around behind you and come on to stand on your knees in a kneeling position. We're going to move through our peak pose of the class. So really standing with a neutral tucked pelvis, roll your shoulders back, make sure your ribs aren't splaying out. Take a moment here. As you inhale, sweep your right arm up and over. You're just going to clasp your right ankle. Do the same with your left. And then allow yourself to look back and open your chest to the sky. If it's easier for you to land on a yoga block or a pillow, you can do so. We're moving through camel pose, whichever variations you like to take here. Do it in your own time. Come back up through that neutral spine. And we're going to move through this variation again. I will add on, but you can definitely stay where you are. Start with the right arm meeting the right ankle, and then do the same with the left. Lift out of the hips as you lower and bend into that back. And if you want to move on from here, you can aim to touch your elbows down to your ankles. So really deeper bend. And then gently bring yourself back up. In your own time, we'll meet in that nice neutral spine. Recorrect our posture. Close your eyes down and place your palms forward. Blink open your eyes and move yourself slightly back on your mat just to give yourself space. We'll stay on our knees, walk our hands forward and bring our chest and forehead to the mat, coming into puppy pose. This gives us a nice deeper stretch into the shoulders as well. If it's more comfortable for you, you can drop your hips back and take a child's pose. Feeling a nice release in the back after that deep stretch. Exhale, bring yourself up to tabletop before lowering your glutes to the mat. We're going to meet facing the long edge of our mat, or if your camera is facing the front edge, whichever is most comfortable for you. Sit in a Sukhasana, easy pose position, cross your legs. Inhale, sweep your arms down to come up, raise your gaze to the ceiling. And then moving through a side body stretch, drop the right arm down, bend over to the right. Collapse the lower body down and forward with control. Plant the left arm and continue on to the other side, side body stretch. Inhale to come back up to seated. Allow your hands to meet your knees. Either face your palms up or face your palms down on your knees. Straighten into your spine. Check that your chin is nice and parallel to the mat. Close down your eyes and take these next 2 minutes to focus on yourself before you take on the day ahead or jump back into reality. Focus these next few minutes on a quiet mind. Put your to-do list out of your head. Recognize any thoughts that do come into your head, but just slowly allow them to go back out again. Bringing yourself back to the present moment if your thoughts have wandered. Moving through your last few deep breaths. Inhale deeply through the nose, send it down through the stomach, allow the belly to rise. And as you exhale, start to wiggle into your fingers. Shake your head yes and no. Bring in some gentle movement, rocking the upper body side to side. Extend your arms out in front of you as you interlace your fingers. Just gently push them away from your body as you allow your spine to move through a C curve. Tuck your chin to your chest. And as you exhale, repeat, swing your arms down by your side and behind you to move through the opposite. Interlace your fingers, push them towards the ground, open your chest to the ceiling. And then we'll bring our hands together in prayer and say Namaste to close the practice. Thank you so much for practicing with me and flowing with me this morning. I hope you enjoyed. Leave any comments you wish and like and subscribe, and I'll be back with weekly videos. Thank you and enjoy your day.